Hello, Miami University and all Oxford community. I'm Isabella.
And I'm Kyle, your co-host for tonight's show. Welcome back to Miami Television News. The Miami University Board of Trustees has approved a contract extension for Gregory Crawford, which would extend his contract with the university until 2029. Crawford will also receive an increase in salary to over $572,000 with a $75,000 bonus. Crawford has been president of Miami University since 2016.
Miami University students and visiting alumni gathered on October 4th to celebrate a donation from Bill Schumacher, a 1975 graduate, with the unveiling of a newly named Schumacher Student Media Suite. This suite is located in Armstrong Student Center. Journalism professor Fred Reeder praised Schumacher's gift, emphasizing its encouragement for young journalists in a challenging media environment. The Miami student editor-in-chief Casey Turman and managing editor Olivia Patel reflected on how the newsroom fosters growth. Visiting alumni shared stories about their time with Schumacher. Schumacher expressed pride in the newspaper's role in shaping students and called it a vital, enduring part of a university's dynamic progress.
MTN gives you this week's entertainment news. From music to television and everything in between, Ethan Kolb has the scoop on this week's Pop Culture Report. Take it away, Ethan.
Welcome to the MTN Pop Culture Report, where we give you the entertainment news of the week. Starting off in the music world, Limp Bizkit frontman Fred Durst has filed a lawsuit against the Universal Music Group for $200 million in a legal battle where he claims the company has been withholding millions of dollars in royalties from the rock band. In other music news, Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet album spends its 5th week in the #1 spot on the Billboard Top 100 albums, with Shaboozie's A Bar Song spending its 26th week at #1 in the Billboard Hot 100. Earlier this month, Shawn Mendes announced the release of his new album, Shawn, that will debut on Friday. Other notable albums releasing this week include American Author's Call Your Mother, Bishop Briggs' Tell My Therapist I'm Fine, Lil Durk's Deep Thoughts, and Joe Jonas's Music for People Who Believe in Love. In movies this week, Warner Brothers' Joker Folie à Deux, the sequel to 2019's Joker, flipped and flopped at its first 2 opening weekends at the box office, only making $6 million out of its $200 million budget. Paramount Pictures' Smile 2, the sequel to the 2022 horror hit Smile, starring Naomi Scott, releases into theaters Friday with Scott poised to return. Walt Disney Studios is set to re-release the cult classic Hocus Pocus back into theaters on Friday in time for Halloween. The film will remain in theaters until November 1st. In the television world, CBS will premiere the newest installment of the NCIS franchise, NCIS Origins, the 7th season of FBI, as well as the Young Sheldon spinoff, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, on October 17th. The final season of Superman and Lois will be premiering the same night on the CW. On streaming, the hit series Shrinking, starring Harrison Ford, returns for Season 2 on Apple TV Plus on October 16th. Hulu will debut its new series Rivals, starring David Tennant, on Friday, October 18th, and Amazon Prime will debut the 2nd season of their drama series Devil's Hour, starring Peter Capaldi the same night. I'm Ethan Kolb, and this has been the MTN Pop Culture Update.
For tonight's show, we're going to do an org spotlight. Let's find out a little bit about our first org, Red Hot Racing.
So I'm Colin Tishner. I'm the head captain of Baja, part of Red Hawk Racing here at Miami. And here at Baja, I guess part of Red Hawk Racing, we build our own mini Baja cars. So we do all the designing and all the building on these cars. We design the suspension, we design the frames, the drivetrain, all like the little components like these guys right here. And once we've designed it all, we build it in our machine shop and we assemble it. This is our little Baja shop, Baja and Formula. But yeah, this is one of our old cars that we've raced numerous times. It's held up really well. We also having these old cars get experience working on stuff that breaks, how do we make stuff better, and kind of how we want to build our new car. So part of Baja is every 2 years we build a new car. So this car is from 2016, and then we got a car behind it. But for our new car, we're building our own frame, new powertrain, new suspension. That's been a really big challenge for us, especially due to COVID. That kind of knocked a lot of our team knowledge out of whack. So it's been really cool seeing all these up and coming freshmen as well as people in my class, the junior class, and all the knowledge that we've gained putting towards a new car. So we have 3 teams in Red Hawk Racing. We have Baja, we have Formula. You can kind of see in the back, they build mini Formula One cars that they race on an asphalt circuit. And then we have Business. And Business kind of handles the finances for both teams. Yeah, so with Baja specifically, we race at what's called Nationals. So Nationals is held by SAE themselves. They're an international engineering organization, Society of Automotive Engineering, and they hold a national race every year. So we'll go and race. It's against 100 teams from across the world, mainly in the U.S., but there's teams from Brazil and India and South Africa. And then schools themselves host unofficial races. So my freshman year, we went to Grove City, Pennsylvania. It was held by Grove City College, and we raced at their course against a couple other local teams, but those are some of the races that we go to. Both. So for sponsorships, the biggest part is getting our name out, having cars built, showing up to races, posting on social media. Sometimes it's just emailing the company themselves. But as far as internship goes, experiences that you learn from Baja is very applicable to the real world, especially when it comes to the jobs that you get. And so it's been a really big resume builder, being able to put something like this on my resume. And at my last internship, I really got to see the experiences and the knowledge that I gained from this put into action. I found out about Red Hawk Racing on my first tour at Miami. So on my first tour, they had a little board of students kind of give their take on the university, and 2 of them were from Red Hawk Racing. So I kind of got to hear from them, and then when I took my engineering tour here, they took us on a tour of the shop, and I got to see the cars, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. No other school had really shown me that before, so I kind of got Red Hawk Racing and Miami in general in my mind. And then when I came here, I went to the club fair, and I saw them there. I'm like, I want to do this. So I just joined the team and started putting effort in. They recognized that, and here I am.
My name is Ethan Kolb, and welcome to the MTN Sports Report. A lot happened in Miami athletics last week, so let's get to it. The struggling Red Hawks football team went to Ypsilanti, Michigan to face Eastern Michigan in search of some answers following a sluggish start to the season. Answers would come right away for the Red Hawks as Brett Gabbert threw a 75-yard touchdown pass to Reggie Virgil on the first play of scrimmage to put the Red Hawks up 7-0. Eastern Michigan evened up the score at 7 to end the first quarter. The second quarter featured a pair of Gabbert touchdown passes, a 5-yarder to Connor Briggs and a 19-yarder to Reggie Virgil as part of a 113-yard day for Virgil. The Red Hawks led 21-7 at half. Eastern Michigan kept things somewhat close in the third with another touchdown, making it 21-14. But the fourth quarter was when the Red Hawks put the hammer down on Eastern Michigan. A delivery from Brett Gabbert to Cole Weaver from 24 yards. The destination? The end zone. Plus a field goal and a 44-yard touchdown run from Jordan Brunson. The Red Hawks skated to victory over Eastern Michigan 38-14 off of the arm of Brett Gabbert, who threw 4 touchdown passes, as well as the Red Hawks defense led by Matt Salapak, who had an interception. The 2-4 Red Hawks head back to Yager Stadium to take on the Bobcats of Ohio in the latest installment of the Red Brick rivalry at 3:30 on Saturday. Following 2 ties on the road against Ferris State, Coach Noreen and the Red Hawks returned to Goggin Ice Center for a 2-game series against the Seawolves of Alaska Anchorage to the cheers of the crowd. In Game 1, the first period was scoreless until the closing seconds when returning junior John Waldron smashed a one-timer to the back of the net to put the Red Hawks up 1-0. In the closing seconds of the second period, junior Max Dukovic tipped in the second goal of the night for the Red Hawks. After the Seawolves rushed the Red Hawks to make it 2-1, junior William Howland tipped in the Red Hawks' third goal of the night to make it 3-1. A late Seawolves goal would bring the score to 3-2, which would be enough to get Coach Noreen his first win as Red Hawks coach. The following night, the Red Hawks jammed on the gas and they never looked back. Colby Ambrosio, the graduate transfer from Boston College, opened the scoring in the first period. The second period was the Red Hawks scoring explosion. 2 goals from Nat Chupani, the transfer from Northeastern, and another from Kasper Nassen, the freshman from Sweden. A late Seawolves goal would make the final score 4-1. Goalie Bruno Berveris stopped 50 of the Seawolves' 53 shots in the series sweep. The Redhawks faced the Colonials of Robert Morris at home on Thursday and on the road on Saturday. And with the hockey season underway, the MTN sports team have put together a preview of the Redhawks hockey team for this season.
Hello and welcome to a look into the Miami Redhawk hockey team for the 2024 season. My name is Stephen Pepper.
And my name is Andrew Ellis. Miami has a rich hockey tradition with 12 NCAA tournament appearances, 2 consecutive Frozen Four appearances, and 1 runner-up finish in the 2009 championship. Despite this rich history, the Redhawks have struggled to stay afloat in the always competitive National Collegiate Hockey Conference, or the NCHC, in recent years. After being in the Central Collegiate Hockey Conference, or CCHA, from 1982 to 2013, Miami made the jump to the NCHC in 2014, and in only their second year, Miami won the NCHC for the first time in program history, and they soon made the NCAA tournament, where most recently they fell to the Providence Friars 5-7 in the regional semifinals. Since 2015, however, Miami has fallen out as a hockey power and has struggled, going 43, 149, and 24 over the past 9 seasons, including 5 last-place finishes in the NCHC. Miami most recently finished last season with a record of 7, 26, and 3, including 1, 21, and 2 conference record. Despite these tough times for Miami, there is hope in Oxford as the Redhawks recently hired head coach Anthony Noreen in the offseason. Noreen has over a decade of coaching experience, and he most recently has spent the past 7 seasons with the Tri-City Storm at the junior hockey level. With the Storm, he absolutely found success being the winningest coach in team history, along with securing multiple championships. Noreen enters Miami hoping to bring a winning culture back to Oxford, and he has done so almost immediately by hitting the transfer portal. Some of these transfer ads that could play a big role are graduate forward Colby Ambrosia from Boston College, who was a runner-up in last year's championship game, Christophe Filion, another graduate forward and 2023 champion from Quinnipiac, and senior defenseman Connor Hutchinson, a Sacred Heart transfer who should fill in nicely on the blue line.
Yes, Andrew, there are many fresh faces this season, but continuity and experience is everything for collegiate teams, especially early in the season when chemistry isn't quite all there. So I give credit to the Redhawks' undefeated start to the veterans. Winning for this unit begins with their rock, sophomore goalie Bruno Berveris. And what better way to start the season than in the very first game, setting a career high in saves with 34. Junior forward Johnny Waldron returns as the highest scoring player from last season, and he continues to be a star. Shout out Johnny Hockey. 4 games into the new year, Waldron's 4 points is tied for 3rd most on the team. And we cannot forget about Waldron's running mate, senior forward Raymond Vitolins. Vitolins missed 7 games last year, but recording multiple assists in the home opener proves that when he's healthy, he is still a key contributor. Now, we are only 4 games into the new season, so who knows if Miami has truly turned it around. But the revamped Redhawks will look to keep the winning going on Thursday at Goggin against Robert Morris.
Miami is known for its famous seal, hockey, and of course, the Crawford Dogs. This fall, New Wave presents Vernon Pulley, The Remaking of a Man. The play is an original student work by junior Max Kaufman based on the beloved Crawford Golden Retrievers. New Wave states the show is, quote, the adventure you never knew you needed. Whether you're puppy or person, this play reflects the journey of finding your purpose. The show is directed by junior Bradley Beck and features Miami students. Performances will be held October 25th through the 27th. Show dates and location information can be found on the New Wave Instagram account at New Wave Theater Co.
This weekend, Oxford will be filled with students and their families as Miami holds its 2024 Family Weekend. Make sure to check out the university's website for a full list of activities going on throughout the weekend. Students and families can purchase a ticket to hear comedian Sal Vulcano, catch the football game against Ohio University, or go on a fossil expedition in Houston Woods. They can also join MTN reporter Caroline Mason for the annual Delta House of Pancakes, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Uptown Park. Thank you for tuning in to Miami Television News. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Isabella. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Miami MTN.